name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Todd, always a pleasure to work with you. Always a pleasure.
Time for our tale of the tape. And yes, he is the greatest, Muhammad Ali. 6'3" tall, the best to ever do it. He'll square off against smoking Joe Frazier. He took part in the greatest boxing trilogy of all time with Muhammad Ali. He defines the words Philly fighter.
This is it. This is that fight. This is that argument. I don't know what to expect.
Smoking Joe. We welcome you to this. We're expecting an all-out offensive display. Both men step back for just a moment. Nice exchange here from both men. Here's a chance for Joe Frazier to make it 2-2 against Ali after their first epic 3 fights.
So Ali has proved why he is the man. Ali has proved he's gone in there and beat the man that beat him. Now the two gods are fighting each other. This is that fight. Ali knows exactly what he's going to do, but he knows it's not a pushover because Joe Frazier has no respect for him whatsoever.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Either man really defending themselves.
Totally impressed. You know what? You got skill. You got... Oh, my goodness. I admire these guys.
Looks like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp. Nice counter shot. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Both men step back for just a moment. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute...
There's the bell for round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. It's bombs away. Neither man really defending themselves. Good counter punching from both these fighters. He threw the hook, didn't land. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You are fighting the Swarmer. Be smart, be sharp, concentrate, but you've got to be confident. Do not dance his dance, because that Swarmer, once you do that, you give the man a chance that shouldn't have it.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He fails to score with that left hook. Counter left hand there. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Counter punching. big time on the scores.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think right.
On to the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Ain't gonna miss with that hook. Both men step back for just a moment. If there's anyone that can get out of trouble, it's Muhammad Ali. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you.
On to the fourth we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Good counter-punching for both these athletes. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter. A fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to quick burst. Boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
He gets out of the way of that left hand. That jab. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin who's not going to get dented.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Left counter was perfectly timed. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and start it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
After stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive. He just misses with that big right hand. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Can they figure out the combination to this stage?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two. Left punch. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Here we go in the 6th round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Beautiful counter shot. Left counter punch will score. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
They threw the hook, it didn't land. Looking to land the hook. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out. Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That hook doesn't score. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Round 7, here we go. After that last round, something has got to change. Nice counter shot. Nice punch. You hear that old phrase, second wind. You got to find it somehow.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
He misses with that jab. counter left. These two are the perfect dance partners. Not many of the people in the division hit like this. And he misses with that jab. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot.
Well, that looked like a flash knockdown here. Let's see if he can get back to his feet. It looks like this one's going to be over.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Can make or break a fighter.
There's the bell for round 8. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Swinging big and missing big with that hook. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3, 4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. You'd like to see more jabs. Neither man really defending themselves. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Another missed punch. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
There's the bell to start round 9. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Perfect counter shot. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Why are they throwing punches? They should be playing defense right now. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Good left hand. the past from this fighter. They don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know
Didn't wait
they've
long
got
to
that
get back
power
in and get
that can
engaged.
strike at any moment. Failing to score with that right hook. That right hook won't score.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
There's the bell for round 10. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Great counter right-handed.
Nice counter punch. The referees paused the action and we'll take a look at that cut.
Okay, are you all right? Are you okay?
So the referee took a look and decides, let's keep going. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas, over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He blocks the hook. He can't connect with that right hook. When you've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses, how do you deal with it?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Parries away that. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Look at all that blood, but he's still wanting to come out for more.
Man, oh man, you know what? He's got to hope the referee doesn't jump in and stop him.
There's the bell to start round 11. They're off their stools, and what a fight this has been. Will it continue?
This is part of the game plan. You knew this was going to happen. Now you've got to stay still in your mind. You've got to think, right, don't get rattled. Don't get swayed by the crowd cheering or booing. Walk straight in there, stick to your game plan, show your shots, and then let it go. But do it at your pace.
Both men step back for just a moment. He missed with that jab. Talk about punches.
Can you imagine if he knocks out Joe Frazier?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart.
So So it's onward and upward after another knockout win here.
That is going to be one of those what happened next shots. Where did it come from? How did he land? He didn't get knocked down. He got knocked out. I mean, out.
It's time for the talking to stop and the fighting to start. This should be good. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Deontay Wilder, 6'7" tall with that massive 83-inch reach. And across the ring from him, Muhammad Ali. He stands 6'3" tall with a the greatest, Muhammad Ali.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
Expectations are sky high for...
So here we go. Should be a good one.
Both men step back for just a moment. Neither man really defending themselves. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Sluggers are an absolute nightmare. They will stay in your face, not give you a breather, not step back when you think, all right, let's have a breather. They want to get stuck right in.
Looks like we're going to see an early night here. He is rocked. Does he have what it takes to get out of trouble here? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. I'd like to see more jabs. Left counter scores. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. bet you all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
So important now in this first minute. Look at him, he's absolutely knackered, man. He's knackered.
And there's the bell to start round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. His jab just got blocked. That counter punch will score. Perfect counter shot. There's a scoring blow. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over.
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them. They may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because someone's going to get hurt and someone's going to react.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Counter shot with the right hand. Another swing and a miss. Both men step back for just a moment. He just misses with that big right hand. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
There's the bell for round three. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we'll find out.
Nice counter punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
He blocks the hook. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they can very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter shot. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get...
Relax, relax.
There's the bell for round four. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Great counter right hand there. that left lands. Good counter punch. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
He parries that right jab away. These two are the perfect dance partners. You can tell he's stronger. And Deontay Wilder just got clipped. Does he have what it takes to get out of trouble here? And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. Looks like the fighter did not work on defense this training camp. Neither man really defending themselves. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Nice counter. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round.
Time for the 5th round. Let's see if they have a plan B after last round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then, put the pressure on.
They exchange punches. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
I'd like to see more jabs. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. He threw the hook, didn't land. Is this the beginning of the end for Muhammad Ali? Looks like they've shaken it off. Deontay Wilder locked right now. He's in some serious trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown. Who would have thought Ali would get rattled like... Oh, no! Ali is down!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You've been put down. You've got to think right. Survive and then...
Here we go in the 6th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Still swinging with nothing left. They've avoided catastrophe there. people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when it gets you.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. You gotta wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's gonna be we just saw.
I love the response though. Got back up, took a deep breath, thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
Look at him. He's absolutely knackered, man. He's knackered. He's fine. Don't let him get that confidence. He's going to be stressing about his gas tank now. Keep what?
There's the bell to start round 7. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky leg. And that's him away from getting stopped.
Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round. He missed with that jab. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them skin and go for speed.
And they figure out the combination to this safe. Nice exchange here from both men. And he misses with that jab. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. So much for boxing. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one. There's the bell to start round 8. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it. Don't believe what we're seeing here. Can they figure out the combination to this save. He misses with that jab. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Oh, and they just got their bell rung. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Set him up. He'll take him out. He's ready to...
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. Corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk.
How did they survive that? Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Feeling like I got a brand new contract. Armed and dangerous and ready for comeback. Soon as I catch him on sight, it's contact. I get the job done proper, there's no comebacks. That's not fair, people hoping on the balance. But either you got that magic or you haven't. And we were born and blessed with all this talent. Soon as we're given a task, it's so apparent I'm fully prepared. Fully activated and ready. Focused on the target, grab my weapon, hold it steady, your name. You know that aim rain's heavy. Got the beast in me screaming out, let me out the cage. I ain't gotta do it with rage. The days are numbered, see my steps are calculated. On time, not a second hour late. Witnessing the mastery that we display like a hitman. Yeah. See, I go in and get the job done. Yeah, I'm moving like a hitman. See, I go in and get the job done. They don't want none. I got that experience like I've been doing this for centuries. Before before the events, I would practice but it was empty. Never needed approval, all I needed was improvement. Got swift with the movement, I attack and defend. We ain't in the same league, we breathe the same air. They act out of fear, that ain't the same here. They don't know why they came, I know why they ain't clear. And when I need to switch it up, I only change gears. Enemy, where art thou? There were so many habagos, it's looking sparse now. I let my weapon whisper to you like it can't shout. I'm getting even 4-2-3, I'm like a calm cow. But you can count on me to do it for the right price. It ain't a game even though I spy. They feel the presence of our zeitgeist. Our victories were written in bright lights. I'm moving like a hitman.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham, and here with me, my broadcast colleague, it's Johnny Nelson.
I feel like a fraud. How have I got these ringside seats?
And now it's time for the tale of the tape. Here he comes, Deontay Wilder, 6'7" tall. Deontay Wilder, bronze bomber, only 216 pounds, but one of the biggest hitters in heavyweight history. The Rock, Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler himself, one of the greatest fighters of all time. A sparkling record and one of the best to ever do it.
I'm so excited for this fight. There is no nonsense here.
And with that, we turn it over to the world-renowned ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the ring.
What a great venue. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Even step back for just a moment. Are we about to witness history? The great Rocky Marciano in serious trouble. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down. Open air stadium, blazing sun. What do you think about this?
If you are on the losing side of this fight and the heat is on, 3 minutes.
It looks like we're going to see an early night here. He is rocked.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Is there any way back into this fight after the beating? There's the bell for round 2. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs just feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. These power punches are bruising up his body. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
They've got to be very wary. If you're in with a slugger, they will fight all night for fun. They'll stay in your face. They are naturally tough and strong and aggressive.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Quick punch scores. Good counter left hand there. He just misses with that big right hand. Nice exchange here from both men. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the...
The bell rings and we start the third. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Left counter punch will score. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You got to swarm on your case. You know you got to fight. You got to hold him. You got to tie him up. You got to lean on him when you come in until the referee makes you break off. But keep your hands high, because they will keep punching until that referee says stop.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Just gets out of the way of that right uppercut.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than that.
Neither man really defending themselves. Can't score with that uppercut. Through the hook, didn't land. Are we about to witness history? The great Rocky... So time to go celebrate after another knockout win here.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw that shot. They probably even heard it.
There ain't no room. Only one number one, there ain't room for two. There ain't no room. I am the one. Top two, but not number two. There ain't no room. Boom. Came in, cleaned up without a broom. There ain't no room. Still here, still not been moved. I got points to prove. There ain't no room. Straight in, more pain, so more gaining. Yeah, I came in, guns blazing. At Raven, you get weighed in. Been training, sick of waiting. Some failing, not plain sailing. Entertaining, check the ratings. Let me out, I don't wanna be caged in. Yeah, I'm ready, who's next up? Pay attention now, yeah, your best luck. I like to warm up like a few jabs, and then I hit hard like a left hook. My style's unique, not
A beautiful afternoon for a fist fight. We are live at the Empire Fight Camp. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Nice to be here with you.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Rocky Marciano, the Brockton Brawler. This heavyweight is anything but standing only 5 foot 10 inches tall, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever live. He'll face this man. He is Smokin' Joe Frazier, only 6 feet tall even, 200. The Rock, Smokin' Joe.
This bout is
Well, I hope you brought your sunglasses because we're fighting outside, and what a main event this should be.
I've been out in Vegas when fights like this have happened, and when the sun's beating down on you, you get out there and you're fighting outside, it can make you or break you.
And that's the opening bell, round 1. And he just misses with that jab. That punch scores. Nice exchange here from both men. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You're going to swarm on your case. You know you've got to fight. You've got to hold him. You've got to tie him up. You've got to lean on him when he come in until the referee makes you break off. But keep your hands high because I will keep punching until that referee said stop.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Throws the left but doesn't score.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dares do anything out of turn.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. He gets out of the way of that left hand. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Here we go, it's round 2. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Show us something, Rocky. Good job of cutting off the ring, making sure his opponent cannot get out of trouble. We almost saw a knockout a second ago, and now they're going toe-to-toe. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. These power punches are bruising up his body.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He's got a figure out a way to nuke. It looks like we're going to see an early night here. He is rocked. How is he still on his feet? How did they not go down? This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round.
There's the bell to start round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Oh, and he caught him with an uppercut. No stamina, no injury, but still throwing punches. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it.
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because somebody's going to get hurt, and someone's got to react.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they have...
Here we go to the 4th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
The hand does not connect. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. That counter right hand again. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. That's a match made in heaven.
They just missed with that big right hand. Show us something, Rocky. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's see how the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
He got out of the way of that right hook. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
When you've got a fast fighter, they will cut you to ribbons, and they know it's a matter of time before either you get desperate or the referee jumps in and saves you. This is a natural gift.
That left counter was perfectly timed. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Perfect punch. Neither man really defending themselves. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That left counter punch to score. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
This is the beginning of round 6. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. He parries away that left hook. Rocky Marciano was supposed to be the one knocking this guy out. Trying to cover up, play some defense, but he's buzzed. I don't know if he's going to survive. I don't believe what we're seeing here. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? And he misses with that jab. Nice exchange here from both men. He threw the hook, didn't land. Are we about to witness history?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Round 7, here we go. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying, when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky leg. They're a nut here away from getting stopped.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around her. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on point.
I'd like to see more jabs. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. Avoids the left. Great counter right hand there. He blocks that jab. Which fighter will say no mas? And he fails to score with that left hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bo, ring.
Round 8, and we're off again. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop. These two are the perfect dance partners. These two fighters are made for one another. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with it?
Are we witnessing one of the...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Nice job landing with that right-hand counter. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
the bell for round 9. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
This fighter realizes that defense is one of the scoring criteria in boxing. That hook was off target. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Both men step back for just a moment. That's a scoring left hand. Catch and shoot. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. This fighter has not shown us. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
There's the bell to start round 10. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
But you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking, because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Good counter left hand there. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. And he misses with the left uppercut. That right hook won't score. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It could all come down to who's in better shape.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out. Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Nice offensive display, landing that left cap. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
The referee calling for seconds out. Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Missed him with that uppercut. Nice job slipping that left uppercut. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe? Good counter-punching for both these athletes. Neither man really defending themselves. Nice counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Right punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that. And there's the bell to start round 12. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Nice counter punch. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice job landing that left counter punch. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. He misses with that jab. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. That hook doesn't score. Rocky Marciano was supposed to be the one knocking this guy out. Looks like they've shaken it off. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
His jab just got blocked. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
How about this venue, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Todd Grisham, and we are live here at the one-of-a-kind Empire Fight Camp. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi, Todd. Hi to everybody back home.
It's time for our tale of the tape. He is Rocky Marciano. He's 5 foot 10 inches tall, one of the greatest heavyweights to ever live, undefeated. And he'll face Deontay Wilder, 6 foot 7 inches tall, with that massive 83-inch reach.
Brawlers are a nightmare. You've got to be strong and fit. Use that long reach. Use that long jab. Do it that way. You'll be safe all night.
He is the
This bout is scheduled.
a lot of pre-match drama, and they will set. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. It's all offense all the time. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Trying to answer back. An open-air outdoor stadium. What a venue for this contest.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times you've trained, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
These power punches are bruising up his body. Caught him with a heavy punch. Caught him with that power punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know. Well, we've just taken a big breath, and here we go again. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
To find a swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbow, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance, because they will just stay in your face.
And there's an uppercut, a big uppercut, and his knees buckled that time. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. We'll keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take 3 to give 1. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
When you get in with a slugger, they want to work at their own pace. Use speed, frustrate them, take them out of their comfort zone, make them tired, trip over their own feet, get them angry. With sluggers, you cannot let them get into a rhythm, because this is how they train, this is how they prepare for a fight. This is what they'll do all night. Do not dance their dance. You've got to use speed.
Trying to score with that left, but can't. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Counter shot lands. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
The bell, sometimes it couldn't be the sweetest sound.
There's the bell for round 3. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He blocks the right hook. Workman step back for just a moment. Nice exchange here from both men. He blocks the right uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Counter left hand. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is...
On to the fourth we go. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Blocks the jab. Are we about to witness history? The great Rock. Oh, do you believe this? Rocky Marciano is down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. He just misses with that big right hand. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You're being put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
And there's the bell for round 5. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now, they're saying, when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go, because you know they're on shaky leg. They're a gnat's here away from getting stopped.
When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Got out of the way of that right hook. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Neither man really defending themselves.
Totally impressed. You know what? You got skill. You got... Oh, my goodness. I admire these guys.
Perfect counter shot. Good left hand. Caution being thrown to the wind. Quick punch scores. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Punch, counter punch. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
You can't leave it up to the...
There's the bell for round 6. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right. They have no respect for each other's punching power. That left counter was perfectly timed. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Through the hook, didn't land. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Lands with the right counter. Nice counter shot. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
7. Here we go. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to block it. They've got to block it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
That punch scores. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
There's a scoring blow. Back and forth they go. Neither fighter willing to back down. Hey, those punches add up.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when it catches you.
These two fighters are made for one another. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Pick a side. Will you live? Will you die? Will you quit? Will you try? Sweating eyes. Who am I? Champion till I die. Every morning, every night. Boy, I gotta look alive. Now you can hear the crowd going wow. Yeah. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. You know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight. The champions about to get down. Pick a side. Only two options. Be with when the crowd starts to shout. Yeah, you know who's up in the house tonight. The champions are back in your town. Feel the stands and make them shout tonight.
Welcome to the WBC Arena. Rocky Marciano. Riddick, Big Daddy Bo, despite being 6'5" inches. And this one has all of those big fight feels you want from a prize fight. Here we go.
You know, look at the stars, ex-fighters, ex-champions ringside. You've got future opponents, past opponents. That's what these fights do. That's what these venues do.
And there's the bell for round one. Why are they throwing punches? They should be playing defense right now. He scores with that right hand. Right punch. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such noise, people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That left counter was perfectly timed. They exchange punches. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. Nice exchange here from both men. This is not good strategy. Those punches are doing nothing. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That was almost a 10-8 round. Complete dominance.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great work. Man, he's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump up.
On to the second round. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
Oh man, you got swarm in your face. You gotta try to push him off, make him go into the ropes. You gotta sometimes fight fire with fire. Just go on the blind side of the referee. Get him out.
Counter punch. Both of these fighters swinging and missing. He blocks the uppercut. Keep an eye on this slugger. As you know, he's willing to take three to give one. That's his game plan, and it's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Terrorized them into not wanting to throw a punch because they don't even see the shot leaving.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
score with that uppercut. Both men step back for just a moment. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Perfect counter shot. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Let's get it started in round 3. Coming off that fantastic last round. Let's see if he can keep his momentum going. You don't want to trade shots. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Very smart, very sharp. This is a fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Neither one of them wants us to go to the judges' scorecard. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the play. If you're in there with a guy so big in front of you, you've got to be smart. You've got to use your smarts and use that skill. This is what you've prepared for. You've got to negate that jab, let it ride past you and push his own weight on it.
Nice job by him to block that jab. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecards. Going to need a knockout.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
Here we go to the 4th round. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. He fails to score with that left hook. And Bo is dazed. Much better game plan here. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. We call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout, because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime. Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them. They may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because someone's going to get hurt, and someone's going to react.
Missing with that uppercut. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Great work. Nice round. Good round. I like that. And tap on. Good man.
Time for the 5th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. Another missed punch. You hear that old phrase, second wind. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system to a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
Good punch. Got their bell rung. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Daddy in trouble. Big Daddy Bo goes down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. So much firepower here. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows he's won this round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
Don't get the jab. Don't get carried away. Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab. Great.
On to the 6th round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a knockdown. You know in the corner now they're saying when you get out there, jump on him. Do not give him chance to breathe. Bully him, throw him, push him down, punch him in the back. Keep letting the shots go because you know they're on shaky legs. They're a gnat's ear away from getting stopped.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this guy that can seriously hurt you?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Good counter punching from both these fighters. He blocks the hook. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. He threw the hook, didn't land.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
He misses with that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Neither man really defending themselves. Despite
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one.
Counter shot lands. Beautiful counter shot. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Set him up. They take him out. He's ready to go. He's absolutely shattered. Mate, he's gone. I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump off feet and ride it out. Go out there and finish him. Body in it. Be smart. Change your angle. Go out there and finish him. He's ready.
There's the bell for round 7. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Why sit in the pocket when your punches are this slow? Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Good one. Good counter punch. He parries that right jab away. And Bo is dazed. So they'll make it up, and this fight continues. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. So it's plan B time after being... There's the bell to start round 8. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
God, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. These two are the perfect dance partners. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. He blocks that jab. There's a counter shot. Good counter. Are we witnessing one of the all-time greats go down? Trying to just weather this tornado coming at him. That was the moment. That hook is off target.
scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Counter punching. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Don't let him get back into this fight. It's so important now in this first minute. Knock down, good round, like that, and pass it. Good man. You only get them, then you have to set them. Don't let him get back into this fight.
There's the bell for round 9. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They're going to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
These fighters certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think it. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little Fagin, a pickpocket them.
Not many of the people in the division hit like them. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down. Good counter right-handed pin. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
As long as they don't get complacent.
There's the bell for round 10. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice job landing with that right-hand counter. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through?
Tough, you know what? Sometimes when I'm building a ring with fighters like that, and you punch them, you want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why. Nice exchange here from both men. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. Final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Nice counter shot. Let's see how they the game plan changes after that big knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Nice punch. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Can they figure out the combination to this thing? Trying to cover up, playing defense first. Swing and miss. The old adage is no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
I've never seen a fighter.
Big Daddy in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown. Very competitive round with 10 seconds left. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious. There's the bell for round 12. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going. This is one of the best rounds I've seen this year. He parries the right jab away. Missed. On her right. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant... Whoa, Bo took that! So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
Somebody can smell blood. Look at that. Look at that cool exterior. Look at what they're going to do. Walk him down. Set him up. Don't make them blind him with the jab. Then boom. Shot in.
Good left counter that the referee calls time, and we'll look at the cut.
Okay, are you all right? Are you okay?
So time back in. Let's keep fighting. Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Nice counter. No surprise there, a unanimous decision.
They've done it before, now they're doing it again, and look what's happened. A unanimous decision. What a way, what tactics, what a game plan. What a result.